Today I'm going to share with you the process of making a diorama nature landscape as a platform for you to display your beloved diecast collection, especially the 4x4 series. The material I sourced can be found in major art stores or eBay. The foam board is a very good foundation for making your diorama. It's very versatile, can be sculpted with an art knife, and it's sturdy. The concept here is simple. It's an elevated landscape which I will glue and use a 1/64 die cast. In this case, the Mini GT Land Rover Defender, but it can be for any diecast brand in the scale as a gauge for 1:64. I will stack it up so it will look better for photo shoot and for presentation. I will use a multi-purpose white glue for art projects, can be any brand. I just go around it. You don't have to apply too much glue because it will be very messy. Stack it, and likewise for the elevated landscape. Next, I'll use the sculptor mold as the foundation for the landscape. The mixture is simple. 2 parts of sculptor mold with 1 part of water. Apply the sculptor mold with your hand onto the landscape. It's quite versatile and it won't dry up very fast, and you can also smoothen it by applying water onto the mold. We leave the mold overnight and now it's more or less hardened. You can see the texture is quite rough. Never mind, it's a nature landscape. Do not worry about this part. We can always use a sandpaper to sand it to smoothen it, and later we will have static grass all over it. I will start painting the rock on the mold by using the foundation color, Tamiya acrylic German grey, just any used or affordable brush which you may have. Next, I'll apply the Woolen Scenic Earth Undercoat. The key thing here is you can apply any way you like as long as you have fun, but remember to fill all the white gaps. Even if the earth color overlap the German grey is fine. The result is not bad after it's dry, and now let's give some shading on the rock. I will apply a layer of Tamiya flat black. The result is okay, it's looking quite natural, and now I shall apply some highlight onto the rock by using Tamiya Sky Grey. Alright, time to add some gravel onto the foundation. I will apply a very thin coat of scenic cement onto the foundation. And for the gravel, there's 2 types. There's coarse and fine. I choose coarse because the effect will look better in photography. I shall apply this outside my home because it's going to get very messy. The gravel adheres to the scenic cement perfectly, and I went ahead to apply some earth tone by using the airbrush to apply Tamiya red brown onto the gravel. Next, I will use the mop pouch to hold the static grass. I'm using a 4mm static grass from Woodland Scenic. I will use a combination of medium and dark green to create a blend. I also use a static grass applicator to apply. First, I'll apply the mop pouch onto the desired area which I want to have the grass on. If you want the grass to be more sparse on the earth, go ahead. You don't have to cover them entirely, but I will for my case. And I try to create an off-road driveway for my diorama. Now I shall apply the static grass onto the mop pouch using the applicator. Make sure you fully cover the foundation with the static grass. Looking pretty good. You can choose to stop here, or you can always go for a second coat, which in my case I will. It's looking really good, will be perfect for photography. And for the edges, I shall apply a 6mm static grass to create more variation. It's now more or less done, and I continue to apply some small grass patches onto the off-road driveway. These 3 armatures is from Woodland Scenic. It comes flat in the package. I shall use the cutter to cut the base. Although the 3 armature is looking pretty natural, there's quite a lot of factory mold line, so I shall use an arc knife to remove away the mold lines. And now I shall continue to bend the branches. They are bendable and they can be bent in any direction as you desire. You can further fine-tune the bending with a hobby plier, particularly on the small branches as well. I went on to add some shading using Tamiya acrylic, dark tan and red brown. The shape is more or less there. You can further fine-tune it after the tree is complete. What I have here is the natural tree from Notch. These are perfect for holding the leaves. And because I want my tree to be sparse, I cut them up into small portions. Portions like these are enough to hold a considerable amount of leaves. I will apply static tack at the edge of the branches. Carefully place the small section at the tip of the branches. You need to have a lot of patience here. And I will further secure it with a tweezer. Repeat the same process for the rest of the branches. Because it's extremely fragile, I will further strengthen it by using a Tamiya cement to go over it. It's more or less there. I'm quite happy with the process. And now I shall proceed to apply the leaves. I spray the branches with the adhesive that dries clear. I'll be careful not to spray over the tree trunk. Applying the leaves is a 3-step process. First, I use a combination of coarse turf, which comprises of burnt grass and dark green from Woodland Scenic. And second step, I shall apply the leaves from Notch. And the final step is to apply the fine turf using the burnt grass. I spray the adhesive onto the branches. Looks the color different, but not to worry, they'll all be covered by the coarse turf and they'll dry clear. Lightly tap on the coarse turf. Coarse turf is holding nicely onto the branches. And now I shall apply the leaves from Notch. spray with another coat of adhesive. I will sprinkle the list randomly. I will start from the bottom, try to cover the list onto the cross curve. I'm very happy with the combination, and now for the final step, I should apply the burnt grass fine turf from Woodland Scenic. You do not have to spray the adhesive again, you just go randomly around the tree. Alright, the tree is complete. I'm very happy with the result. You can either explore a more sparse or more dense tree, like what you see here, which both looks natural for diorama purposes. And now to apply the tree onto the diorama, I need a drill to drill through the mold. Apply the static tag and position the tree firmly onto the landscape. Further apply some scenic cement around the tree. And I will use a combination of mixed grass from Notch. And for extra realism, I shall apply some patches which are available from Woodland Scenic. I would not recommend to glue them firmly so that you can move them freely while you are doing photo shoot. I also previously worked on the 15 by 15 inch landscape in a similar fashion. The end result looks fantastic. This landscape can hold any 164 4x4 diecast from any brands, and of course having a minifig or an animal is a bonus. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial video. I will also put up the step-by-step guide in an article format. Stay tuned for more tutorial videos. And remember to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thanks everyone. Bye.